Well, good afternoon, folks. Just an update on my situation with my eye surgery. I made a video about a week or so, a couple of weeks ago, about this situation. So, just this morning, I've been in to have my initial appointment with the specialist and the surgeon who's going to do the operation. And I just thought I'd record a few of my thoughts and impressions and what happened. As I said, for anybody who might be interested in looking at getting surgery like this done, whether it's perhaps helpful for somebody, I don't know if the same procedure will be used in other countries. Possibly it will be. I don't know for sure. So essentially, I went in and saw the surgeon this morning. Initially, you have they check your eyes for your pressures for the possibility of glaucoma and other diseases, and they they put you on little machines and they put you through the process of checking your eye and checking the I don't know all the technical aspects of it. It's a number of different tests, and then you get some drops put in your eye which tend to dilate the pupil, which allows them to look into the back of the eye and take photos and make sure you're not at risk of retinal detachment and things like that, which luckily I'm not. So I went through that process. Then after you wait a little, you have to wait about 20 minutes or so for the eye to actually, the pupil to actually dilate, and you end up sort of squinting like this because it's like walking outside on a really, really bright summer's day with now sunglasses. You can't control the amount of light coming into your eye. Your sight tends to get a bit blurry. It's not a very comfortable feeling, but that allows them to take the photos and allows the surgeon to have a decent look at what's going on. So had all that done, and I've taken the plunge and decided to book it. I had the opportunity of only getting it done in a couple of weeks' time. To be honest, I found that a little bit of I found that a little bit challenging. I've had these worn glasses like this for a long time, and one of the reasons I haven't got the surgery done before was because I guess I've always been a bit concerned about someone fiddling about with my eyes, to be quite frank with you. And as I said to the nurse, I originally looked into this about 8 or 10 years ago, and I said to the nurse this morning, I figured the longer I left it, the better the technology would become, and that has indeed been the case. It has got a lot better. So I decided to get it done in about 4 weeks' time, and I just wanted that bit of extra time to, to allow myself to get my head around the idea that, I'm going to be able to effectively, pretty much see without any glasses at all. As I said to the doctor, he said to me, or the surgeon when I was having the appointment, he said to me, we should be able to get your eye down to a plus or minus 1, which in sort of I'm not sure what that means in eye speak, but I currently have a minus 18 script, which is pretty much as strong as you can get, or very close to the strong as you can get. And I said to the doctor, well, if you can get it, he said to me, might be able to get in plus or minus 1. He said, you may need some reading glasses, you may not, And I just looked at him and I said, if I had to have just a pair of reading glasses, that would be an absolute revelation for me. It'd be that big a change. It's huge, huge for me. As I said with this channel, I wanted to record my experiences of the process rather than just not necessarily the nuts and bolts. And I've got to say, for me, it's a pretty emotional thing. It is, yeah. So I'm going to get done in about 4 weeks. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. In my particular case, I'm going to get both eyes done one day after the other. Sometimes they wait a week between the surgeries, but he said in my case, better off just getting it done, both done one day after the other. So on the Tuesday I get one eye done, on the Wednesday afternoon I'll get the other eye done. Start off with the right eye because that's where the worst cataract is, and then I'll get the left eye done on the following day, and then you have follow-up appointments and go through all that process. But I'll talk about that in the next video as I go through the process and record my thoughts and experiences and things like that. As far as cost goes here in Australia, this obviously won't be relevant to anybody overseas, but we have a system here where we have the public system and the private system in Australia. I don't have any health insurance as such, so I'm effectively relying on the public system. But there's quite a waiting list to get it done on the public system, so I have elected to pay the full cost up front, which will be 6,000 Australian dollars. That's 3,000 for each eye approximately, and then I get a percentage of it back from our Medicare health system, our public system. So it'll help, but I've messed about and waited a long time, and I've just decided, especially with this cataract getting worse, it's starting to interfere with my vision. It's just time to get it done, so I'm just going to stump up the cost and do it, and go from there. So I think that's all I've really got to say about it. I've got my handy dandy sort of folder of information here, which I will be looking at over the next few days, and just gradually allowing the idea to seep in that I may be able to see without glasses. Wow. Live well, stay happy. Bye.